Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting wherever you're connecting from. Biafrans, thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting wherever you're connecting from. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. As usual, we will continue to preach the gospel, set the record straight, continue to bring you information on things that are happening in the contraction called Nigeria, and mainly in Biafra land. Louis Peters, you're welcome, Louis. Thank you so much for joining, Louis. Thank you for joining. Please share the video on your platform. Share the video to family and friends. Share the video in your group. Any group you belong into, share the video so that we can start up the broadcast. We are going to be making our broadcast very brief. It's not going to be long so that some of our brothers who are watching from Biafra land can be able to cope with us and watch out. Give a thumbs up to the video, share the video, and like the video as you're joining. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for liking the video. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for connecting. Wherever you are connecting from, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for joining us on this very short broadcast. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting. I appreciate you. I thank you very much for your contributions. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you so much. Thank you wherever you are joining me from. If you're joining from Biafran land, you're joining from Europe, America, Australia, Canada. Whichever part of the world you're joining, I thank you very much for your contributions on the channel. We are here once again to continue to speak up for the people who have been oppressed in the contraption called Nigeria. Mainly the Biafran people, the Ududua people, and the Middle Belters. A lot is really going on. A lot is going on. A lot is going on, and Biafrans are not relenting their effort. As I have always said, I don't come here to preach hate speech. I don't come here to preach propaganda. Neither do I come here to blackmail people. No. I come here to set the record straight, say it exactly the way it is, so that the world will know the real situation of things in the contraption called Nigeria. A lot is going on in Nigeria, and so many innocent people are losing their life on a daily basis. Mainly the Biafran people. The Biafrans are losing their lives on a daily basis. Their lives are being smoked out from them. Innocent people who have not committed any crime. Biafrans lose their life not because they committed any crime, not because they kidnapped anybody, not because they were found with arms, not because they did anything wrong, simply because they are Biafrans. That is why their life is being smoked out of them. How long shall we continue to permit this? How long shall we continue to tolerate this? How long shall we continue to fold our hands and watch our people being killed? It is high time the Biafrans have to raise up and defend themselves. You see, each time we come out to speak about the plot of the Biafran, but the most painful aspect of it is that most of the people who are perpetrating the evil against the Biafran people are Biafrans themselves. The people who are supporting this evil, who are promoting this evil, who are inviting these killers to our land are Biafrans themselves. When you check about the military invasion of the southeastern part of Nigeria, the military invasion of Biafra land today, the military invasion that is happening in Biafra land today is being caused by the governors in the southeastern part of Nigeria. It's being caused by the governors. A governor came out and said openly that he was the one that invited the military. And since then, the military has been in Biafra land taking the life of innocent people. The military has been on Biafra land taking the life of innocent people, not because they committed any crime, not because they did anything wrong, simply because those people are Biafran, simply because people have come together to demand for their self-determination. A legitimate demand, a peaceful demand, asking for a referendum for them to decide their fate. Instead of allowing them to have their referendum, the government have come hard on them to decide to take the life of innocent people in Biafra land. How long shall we continue to tolerate that? How long shall we continue to listen to that and permit that? How long shall Biafran people continue to sacrifice their life for some things that they don't know nothing about? It is really sad and painful. Biafrans continue to lose their lives on a daily basis for no just cause, simply because they are Biafrans, not because they have committed any crime, not because they did anything wrong, only because they are Biafran people. Enough is enough. Enough of this madness, enough of these killings, enough of this inhumanity in Biafra land. How long shall we continue to watch and see our people being killed? How long shall we continue to watch and see our people's life being smoked out of them? Innocent soul that life has been taken from them in Biafra land. Innocent soul who has not committed any crime, who has not done anything wrong. The only crime that they committed is because they are Biafrans. The people who are inviting these terrorists are the governors themselves. Supposedly Biafrans, people who are supposed to be protecting the innocent people. Instead of giving that protection, what they are bringing to us is death. They are bringing death. And Biafrans have taken enough. Biafrans have taken. How long shall we continue to complain? We can't even continue to complain anymore. I thank God for the Biafran people who are standing tall and taking up upon themselves to carry out the normal activities that have to be carried out. And today, Biafrans in unity have demanded that every military in Nigeria, in that country, in Biafra land, every military point in Biafra land, they should withdraw to their posts. That the military should withdraw all the military men in Biafra land should be withdrawn. They should be withdrawn back to their barracks. Biafrans are demanding that every military coming on the street to take the life of Biafran people, all those military that have been unleashed on the Biafran people, they must be called back to the barrack before the 15th of this month. Before the 15th of this, after the 15th of this month, if they continue to be in the street, they are going to get it hot. They are going to get it hot, and we are going to start with those people who are inviting them. If you are one of those who is inviting the military to come and take the life of the innocent people, if you are one of those who is acting as informant for the military, if you are one of those who is busy chasing your own fellow brother, making sure your brother is being taken down, prepare yourself for what is about to come. You have the last chance to redeem yourself. From now till 15th of March, from now till 15th of March, you have the chance to redeem yourself. Biafrans have spoken. You might think it's ranting. It is not ranting. It is not ranting. We have died enough. We have sacrificed enough. We have kept quiet enough. And it is high time we stand up and take up, protect ourselves. The Biafrans are ready to protect themselves. We are standing up to protect ourselves, and no man born of a woman can stop it. The only thing that can stop this, what is about to come, is for the military to pull back to their barracks. Every military point in Biafra land, every military that have been walking around in Biafra land, taking enough of the life of the innocent people, in our villages, in our farms, in our bushes, they should return to their barrack. They have no business in our cities. Nigerian military have no business in our cities. They have no business in our villages. Anybody, whoever have invited them, should make sure he calls them back. If you do not call them back, already the Biafran people have the list of people who have invited the military. The Biafran people knows the list of people who are in support of the invasion of Biafran land by the military. If you are a lawmaker, you call yourself an elite, you are a House of Assembly, whatever you call it, wherever you belong, you are a governor, and you are part of those who is making sure that the Biafran land is being taken over by the military. Prepare yourself for what is about to come. The red line has been drawn. 15th of March. After 15th of March, if any military man is being seen in the village of Biafra land, in Biafra land, taking the life of innocent, if we see any military man, any terrorist military in Biafra land, they will not live to tell the story. Them and those who have invited them. Them and those who have invited them. We have woken up. They have pushed us to the wall, and we cannot continue to watch ourselves die. Today, our Supreme Mazen Nandekano is still in captivity. Today, our Supreme Mazen Nandekano, nobody knows his health situation now. Even the lawyers themselves cannot have access to Mazen Nandekano today. Nobody knows what is going on. And they think that Biafrans will fold their hands and watch them smoke life out of Mazen Nandekano. It cannot happen. Biafrans will not allow that. And that is why the Biafran people have activated the next level. Biafran people have activated. It is high time, Biafran people, any place you are in Biafra land, it is high time you begin to enforce the economic sanction to the Janjaweed. Every Biafran person has to participate in enforcing the sanction, economic sanction to the Janjaweed country. Economic sanction to the contraption called Nigeria. Whatever revenue they are getting from Biafra land, it is high time every one of us as Biafrans begin to enforce the economic sanction against the Janjaweed. This is the time, not tomorrow. If you are still waiting for tomorrow, waiting for somebody to fight for you, you are a time waster. You are deceiving yourself. And before you know it, you will pay with your own life. The time have come when every single Biafran, wherever you are in Biafra land, any place you are, it is your responsibility to enforce the economic sanction against the Janjaweed country, against the Biafran, against the Janjaweed, against the contraption called Nigeria in Biafra land. They must not take away any revenue from Biafra land anymore. Whatever they are getting in Biafra land must be crippled. They must not take it. They must not get any revenue from Biafra land, and you and I have to enforce it. Every single Biafran have to embark in enforcing it. This is not time to joke. If you're joking, you can joke with your own life, and when you lose it, it's up to you. But for the rest Biafran people, I am very much assured that Biafran people on the ground are willing and ready to enforce the economic sanction against the Janjaweed, and the time is now. If you don't do it now, you might not have the opportunity. Every one of you is seeing what is happening in Ukraine today. You have seen the Russia and Ukraine war. It has taken over the whole global things. The Russia and Ukraine war have taken over. Nobody is paying attention to what is happening in Biafra land. But I can assure you and tell you that more people have died in Biafra land than people that have been killed in Ukraine. More deaths have been visited against Biafrans than what is happening in Britain, in UK, in Ukraine. More people have died in Biafra land than in Ukraine. But yet, nobody is speaking about it. And if you are still folding your hand, waiting for somebody to speak about it, nobody's going to speak about it. It is you and I that is going to speak about our plight. It is you and I that will bring the plight of the Biafran people to the front burner and let the world know what is happening. And as the world is paying attention to Russia and Ukraine, we must not stop what we are doing. We must not stop shouting. We must not stop trying. We must not stop fighting to make sure that our issue remains on the front burner. As most of you are watching this video, wherever you are watching from me, Biafran people are still losing their life. They are still killing us in numbers. They are still invading our lands. They are still burning our homes. Our business are being destroyed. Yet, nobody is speaking for us. The politician that they have elected for themselves, we did not elect any one of them to represent us. We didn't elect any one of them to represent. It is the same Janjaweed, the same caliphate that appointed those who claim to be representative of the Biafran people. They claim to be our representative, and yet we are being mowed down and killed on a daily basis. Our nation, our own nation, Biafra, have been invaded. Nobody's talking about it. They have rained bullets on us. Nobody's talking about it. Many of us are being killed, taken for captive, taken for slavery. Nobody's reporting about it up to today. And Biafrans can no longer be silent. The time have come. The red line have been drawn. The Biafrans have given ultimatum of on the 15th of this month. By 15th of this month, we do not want to see any military in Biafra land. We don't want to see any military invader in Biafra land. They should go back to their barracks. Wherever they know that their barrack is situated, they should go back to their barrack and mind their business. They should go back to their barrack. And everybody that calls himself a politician in Biafra land, if you call yourself a politician in Biafra land, your hand is in the invitation of the criminals who are killing our people. And you are not speaking. You are not, the only thing that will free you, the only thing that will free you as a politician is when you come out and take yourself away from what is happening in Biafra land. When you come out and say openly that you're not in support of invasion of Biafra land by the military. If you refuse to come out to come and remove yourself from this very problem, you are going to face it hard from the 15th of this month. After 15th of this month, Biafra land is going to be unbearable for you. Every single one of you that have invited the military in Biafra land, you might be a governor, you might be a senator, you might be a member of Ohanes and Igbo, you might be elite, whatever you call yourself. No matter the number of security you have, you will pay with your life. Biafran people have died enough. Biafra people have died enough, and we will not continue to fold our hand and watch our brothers and sisters die. We cannot continue to fold our hands. Nobody can fight for us except we fight for ourselves. And we have taken it upon ourselves to free ourselves from the captivity of the Janjaweed. Because it is much clearer than ever that nobody is going to stand for us. Nobody's going to fight for. Today, you can see, even their court, they do not obey their court order. We don't know where they have kept our Sunna Mazen and the Khan. Even the lawyers who are supposed to fight for Mazen and the Khan, they are helpless. They are helpless. They have been refused access to Mazen and the Khan. Nobody can tell the whereabouts of Mazen and the Khan as you're watching this video. As you're watching the video, nobody can tell the whereabouts of Mazen and the Khan. Nobody can say. But all I know and believe is that our Chukwu will keep Mazen and the Khan alive. Wherever Mazen and the Khan is, he is very much alive. But nobody can tell where Mazen Nandekano is as you're watching this video. Nobody is sure if Mazen Nandekano is still in DSS in Abuja or they have kept him somewhere else. Because they have refused any single soul access to Mazen Nandekano. We cannot explain the situation of Mazen Nandekano as at now. And it is not a good thing. It is not funny. It's not something to laugh about. It's not something to joke about. This is a very serious situation that every Biafran have to wake up and fight. Every Biafran have to wake up and stand with. Every Biafran have to wake up and stand with it. The time have come when we all have to rise up and do that which is right. Every Biafran, wherever you are on the planet Earth, every Biafran have to stand up and continue to speak up. The time is now. The time is now. This is the time for us to act. This is the time for us to take responsibility. Mazen Nandekana has fought for you and I. He fought for you and I. He was there for you and I when we needed him most. Mazen Nandekana was there on daily basis. He was there shouting and crying for you and I. He was there shouting on top of his voice, fighting for you and I. Today, he's in captivity. It is your responsibility to free Mazen Nandekana. It is my responsibility to free Mazen Nandekana. And the time is now. We cannot continue to keep quiet. We cannot continue to watch. We cannot continue to fold our hands and watch our people being decimated, our lives being destroyed, the lives of Biafran people being taken away. We cannot continue to tolerate that. Chukwu Okike Abiama have given us the grace, and given us the grace and opportunity to be alive today. Not because we are worthy. There is a reason why you are alive today as a Biafran person. So many Biafran people have lost their life. Not only people who are going to the war front. So many people have lost their lives simply because of their name. They identify with their name. They identify with their location. They are identified as Biafran, not because they kidnapped somebody, not because they were holding arms, not because they were protesting. Some of them were sleeping. In their sleep, they were taken out. Only because they are Biafrans. But you that you have the opportunity to be alive today, what are you doing to redeem your nation? What are you doing to redeem your people? What are you doing to make sure that the message of Biafra continues to spread to the whole world? We cannot afford to lose this battle. We cannot afford to let go. We cannot afford to watch our people being mowed down on a daily basis. Every Biafran, wherever you are in the planet Earth, this is the time for us to act. The red line has been drawn. Send your message and support those who are in Biafra land, sitting at home on Sunday and Monday. Economic sanction to the Janjaweed. Economic sanction, this is the time it has been activated. We have to enforce it. Every Biafran have to engage in enforcing the economic sanction against the Janjaweed. This is the time. Go to the media, you see what is happening. You see what is happening in the whole world. As it stands, the hope they have to survive, even the West, the hope they have to support today is in Biafra land. They are still hoping on our gas to sustain themselves. The hope they have is to get gas from Biafra land when Russia have denied them gas. The Russia-Ukraine war have exposed them. It has exposed them that they have their eye focused on Biafra. Even though they don't want to speak about our plight, they know that Biafran people are dying. They see what is happening in Biafra land. We share it on daily basis. They can't tell me they're not hearing it. They can't say they're not seeing it. Go to the social media. You cannot open the social media without seeing the story of Biafran people. They plight and they cry of Biafran people. But yet, the international community have kept quiet. But now that Russia have hit them hard to shut their oil, today they want to focus on Biafra land to sustain themselves. And this is the time for us to take vengeance. This is the time for the Biafran people to speak the right language. And we are going to start with the Janjaweed Caliphate. We are going to start with that company called Nigeria, that British company called Nigeria. We will start with that British company to make sure that we cripple the economy of that British company. To make sure that they don't have access to anything in Biafra land. To make sure that that gas production in Biafra land is crippled. That we have zero production. They will have zero production from Biafra land. And who are those that are going to enforce it? Biafran people are going to enforce it. You and I. It is our right. The mineral resources is ours. It is Chukwu Okike Abiama that gave it to us. It is Chukwu Okike Abiama that placed us in that position. We didn't create ourselves. We didn't put ourselves in that position. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave it to us. And today, we have seen the blessing that Chukwu Okike Abiama gave to Biafra people have brought death upon us. A lot of our people have been mowed down. Lives have been sniffed out of people because of blessing they were given to by Chukwu Okike Abiama. How long shall we continue to watch this evil continue? How long shall we continue to watch this kind of evil against the Biafran people? How long? How long? How long shall we be quiet? Go to the media. You see what is going on. Go to the media and see what is going on. Nobody is speaking. They have rendered the whole southern part of Nigeria useless. Today, you see the youth in the south only believe that it's only through money ritual that they can be able to survive. In a rich country, in a people who have all the mineral resources can take off in the planet Earth, they have it in the southern part of Nigeria. They have all the mineral resources to make them who they want to be. But yet, they have resigned their fate to money ritual. They do no longer value the human life anymore. In southern part of Nigeria, human life is not valued. If you are not killed by the military, you'll be killed by your neighbor. If you're not killed by your neighbor, you'll be killed by your own child. The youth no longer believe in hard work. They no longer believe in education. The Janjaweed contraption that is being managed by Britain have made the whole citizens to begin to focus on things that are wrong. And are you going to blame them? Are you going to blame the youth? How can you blame the youth when everything the youths are seeing on a daily basis points out to corruption? How are you going to encourage the youth? How are you going to encourage the youth to stop focusing on money ritual? How are you going to encourage the youth to take their eyes away from money ritual? How? How are you going to do that when your president is a ritualist? Your president is a ritualist and he supports money ritual. Your governors are ritualists, they support money ritual. All your senators are ritualists, they support money ritual. All the House Assembly members, they are all ritualists. All the politicians in the country of Nigeria are all ritualists. They are all ritualists. All the elites you can think of, they are all ritualists. In one way or the other, they are committed and they are supporting ritualists. That's what they support. They never support anything good. The contraption called Nigeria is that the government itself never support anything that is good. They only support evil. They never support hard work. If you are hardworking, they will make sure they cripple you and make sure that you don't survive in your business. But when you are fraudulent, the government will praise you. Go and check the record of all the people they are praising and exalting. Go and check the record of all the people they are lifting up in the country of Nigeria. They are all fraudulent men and women. People who have nothing to offer to the people. People who have nothing to teach other people. They celebrate mediocrity. They celebrate criminality. They celebrate fraud in the country of Nigeria. A country that have institutionalized inequality. A country that institutionalized injustice. How can you have something good from that country? It can never happen. And that is why the Biafran people, blessed by Chukwu Okike Abiyama, are saying that they do not want to be part of it anymore. We don't want to be part of it. Left for those Biafrans who have been infiltrated by the Janjaweed, those Biafrans who claim to be Biafran, but they have the blood of the Janjaweed running in their vein. They are the only people standing against the freedom of the masses. They are the people standing against the freedom of Biafra, but they cannot survive. They won't succeed. Mazen Nandekano must be freed unconditionally. It doesn't matter what anybody think. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter how you can hate him. It doesn't matter how long. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will free Mazen Nandekano, and very soon, Mazen Nandekano will be free, and he will join us. They are trying by all means possible to make Mazen Nandekano irrelevant. That is why they have stopped the lawyer from seeing Mazen Nandekano. They have prevented the lawyer from seeing Mazen Nandekano 4 good times. 4 good times. 4 good times they have prevented Mazen Nandekano's lawyer to see him. Since the last court, Mazen Nandekano has the right to see his lawyers 2 times in a week. This was a pronouncement that was made in their own court. A pronouncement that was made in their own court by their own judge. But they have refused to obey it. They have refused to obey it totally. Instead, they are focused on the innocent Biafrans. They are focused on the innocent man, a just man. Even their Lord said that a man is presumed innocent until he has been proven guilty. No law court in the planet Earth have proven Mazen Nandekano guilty. But yet, they are denying him all his rights as human. They are dehumanizing Mazen Nandekano. They are dehumanizing Mazen Nandekano, and nobody is talking. He has nobody to stand for him. Nobody is speaking for him, except you and I, the way we are shouting on media. Except you and I in Biafra land, the way we are sitting at home and acting. Except you and I, the way we are shouting and giving our opinion in the public. Those are the people fighting for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There is no single elite, not even one, that is speaking of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. No single governor that is speaking of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. No single politician that is speaking of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The only people that are standing for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu are the ordinary people. Excuse me. The only people that are standing for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu are the ordinary people, you and I. That is why we must not stop whatever we are doing. We must not relent in our effort. We have to continue to shout on top of our voice. Cry if you can cry. Cry if you can cry. Shout if you can shout. Fight if you can fight. To make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being released. Nobody can do it except you. You're welcome, Christopher Elom. Nobody can do it. Nobody can do it for you except you and I. Nobody can free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Only the masses. You have seen how they have incapacitated our judges, our lawyers. The lawyers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, legitimate lawyer with a son, senior advocate of Nigeria, was prevented from seeing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. A senior advocate was prevented from visiting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And today we are not even sure if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still in the DSS. We are not sure where they kept him. Because when you read the statement that they read, when you read carefully the statement that was brought out by the legal team, you will see that it's something is fishy. There is something they're not telling us. Where is our Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Where is he? Where is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Where is it? This is the question that every Biafran will be asking. This is the question that every Biafran has to be asking on their platform. Continue to shout. Write in your platform. Write in your page. Write and share it on your page on daily basis. Where is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Where is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Where is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Where have they kept him? Where have they kept him? Where have they kept Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Why the torture? Why the emotional torture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Why are they torturing him emotionally? No matter how they try, they will never succeed. They are trying by all means to take away Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They can't succeed, no matter how they try. No matter how they try, no matter the angle they are coming from, they can never succeed to take his life. But they cannot shut us down. And you, as a Biafran person, do not allow them to relegate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to the background. Do not. They are planning to make sure that we forget Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is the game that the change what is playing. Emotional game is what they are playing to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and to every single Biafran. They are trying our patience, and every single Biafran have to wake up. If you are sleeping, wake up, and begin to act and begin to speak. The time is now. The time is now. We cannot continue to keep silent. We cannot continue to watch them hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu down. We cannot continue to watch them continue to suffer Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We must not. We cannot. Every single Biafran have to wake up. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. Prepare yourself for what is coming. Prepare yourself for what is coming. The Biafran people have given the mandate from now till 15th of March. 15th of March. 15th of March. From now to after 15th of March, no military man in uniform must be seen in any of our villages, in any of our bushes anymore. As from 15th of March, no military man must be seen. If any military man if we continue to see any military in Biafra land, we will come against every single individual that call himself a politician, because they are the people that brought this military. We will start from them, and every one of them will be taken out. We will take them out, and everything that concerns them, share this video to all platforms. Share this video, let it go viral. Let it go viral and reach everyone. From 15th of March, every single Biafran have made a declaration. The Biafran people have made a declaration. It was announced by our brother, Simon Eba. The Biafran people have come together. It is time for us to enforce the highest level of civil disobedience. As the Janjaweed are increasing in their trouble, as the Janjaweed are increasing in force against Biafran people, as the Janjaweed are increasing in their evil plan against Biafran people, as the Janjaweed are increasing punishment and strategies on Biafran people, we have to increase in what we are doing. The Biafran people have to increase in their enforcement of the civil disobedience. We have to increase. This is not the time to back down. This is not the time to back down. We have to increase in every single. This is not the time to back down. This is not the time to back down. We must have to wake up. Wake up from your sleep. Wherever you are in Biafra land, wake up and fight now. This is time for us to take our freedom by ourselves. No man born of a woman can stop our freedom. The freedom of the Biafran people is in the hand of the Biafran people. The freedom of Mazen Kanu is in your hand, is in my hand. If you want Mazen Kanu to be free, begin to do something now. Begin to prepare yourself for what is about to come. The new dimension have been activated. It is no longer only talking. Open your ears and watch closely. If you are in Biafra land, watch out and be careful where you go, what you do at every given time. Every single Biafran has to participate in enforcement of this very economic sanction against the Janjaweed. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. If you are watching from Biafra land, I appreciate you. Please share the video and give a thumbs up to the video if you have not. If you are watching from Biafra land, I say may Chukwu guide and protect you. You will never see death. You will see Biafra and you will walk into Biafra. May Chukwu guide and protect every Biafran that is watching the video from across the globe. May Chukwu guide and protect the Oduduwa people. Guide and protect the Middle Belters. Guide and protect every indigenous person that is sincerely fighting for the freedom of their own people. May Chukwu guide and protect you. May Chukwu guide and protect Sunday Igboho. Secure Sunday Igboho and free him very soon. May Chukwu guide and protect our supreme Mazen Kanu. Save him and secure him. Grant him freedom very soon so that he can join us and we will continue to battle. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remain blessed. See you again by the special grace of Chukwu Okada. I will join you very soon for us to talk more about events and things that are unfolding in Biafra land. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye.